So what's your hope for Sick Week here?
So my dad's coming. He tried to go to Six Summer with me, and he's never actually done a drag and drive, and that's when I blew up. So we did it in he's got an SS Camaro, but I really I would love to run sixes all week, and I'm not even talking like I don't want to go 650s. I obviously want to, but if I could get like a 699 each day or close to it, which I went 704 at 181, so I know I can go sixes now with the combo that's in it, with actually a lot less power than what's normally in it.
The eighth must have been pretty fast on that then.
The 450. Okay. 452 at like 151, so it's like still wasn't even that fast. But that's when I went 295. Like my car goes to the 330 and then just kind of like stops going. It's a little baby LS motor. It doesn't have much. Is it
a glide or a 400 in there?
Glide.
That's probably why. Yeah. Yep. I suffer from the glide struggles
the
as well.
The soup sandwich.
When you're just kind of like, come on, where's the rest of the horsepower?
One more.
Yeah, that's what everybody says. And when I say I got a glide, you're like, oh, on a big tire car? I'm like, yeah. They're like, okay, well, I'm done talking to you.
I say that too. I'm like, yeah, it's got a glide. And they're like, why not a 400? I'm like, have you shopped for a 400 yet?
They're heavy too, man.
Or they're like, it'd be a lot better if it had a 400. I'm like, I know. You're not like.
Yep.
It'd also be a lot better with a billet big block. What are we talking about?
Yeah. This is what I have. All right. That's what we're trying to do.
Yeah.
But
it works.
What we got.
Yeah.
It's nice and simple.
I know how to rebuild a glide. Like I enjoy glides. I like glides, especially like backtrack racing glides. Yeah. That's where it's at.
That was an 8th mile. Like glide. Yeah. I mean, you're good right there.
It's
that's
just
nice.
The quarter mile is hard with a glide because you're just kind of hanging in RPM. Like it's hard on everything, and I'm starting to learn that because like I really don't know much about tuning. I know power management, but I don't know I'm starting to learn more about.
Well, no lockup.
Yeah, EGT, like all that stuff, like trying to keep the heat out of the cylinder, and I just like I said, I want to go. I want to have a good week with my dad. I want Alex to have a good week. I want he's here. We're doing a car on my YouTube channel. He's got a 3rd gen Camaro that he's going to be driving this week. We're going to do a giveaway on. Like, we're going to fix it up and do, design some parts for it, use it for R&D, and then, do a giveaway with it later on our YouTube channel. And so he's never got to do a drag and drive. He's followed on Rocky Mountain one time, but he's never got to drive a cool car. I mean, he's got a cool car, but he's never done a drag and drive in something cool. So it's just like a big fun event, I think. And obviously I like going fast, but I'm trying to enjoy stuff more now. Like I said, I had that competitive side come out, and I'm trying to gear that more towards business and enjoy racing again, because it got to a point where I really didn't enjoy racing for a long time. So
what made you not enjoy it, you think?
There's a lot. I mean, there was a lot of moving parts. When we had my old business, we went racing every weekend.
Before you had Uncle Sam, you had what car then?
The Mountain Dew. Yeah, Mountain Dew, and I had a Malibu called the Malibu.
What was Mountain Dew for the people?
It was 2000. I think it was just a 2000 Mustang, green Mustang. It had a white front end, twin turbo LS deal. We did Hoonigan this versus that. We actually did Drag Week and Rocky Mountain in it. And we street raced in Compton. We street raced everywhere, all over the country. We did everything with it, really. And it was pretty competitive. It was never what I wanted it to be. But I also had a partner in the car, which was my friend Lon, and he was awesome. It was one of those things where I think the car, we needed to do a lot to the car. And I'm like, well, I'm going to spend 6 months of my life cutting this car apart, or we could sell it now, and I could buy this car that's all mine for what I would get out of half this car. So that's what I did. But we raced a lot, and I won't get into too many specifics, but the business wasn't what I wanted it to be. And it's we went racing every weekend, and then to go racing, you had to do good, or else you had to try to make up what you spent going racing the next week. And it really takes the fun out of racing. And we had a great group of guys, and it just kept growing and growing to a really big group of people that we went racing with, and it just ended up just being a little too much. It felt more like a job.
Where were you, St. Louis at the time, or
Indianapolis?
Indianapolis.
Yeah. Well, northern Indiana at that time, Fort Wayne.
Close to the Michigan border.
Yeah, so it was just the hectic over.
We just had a lot of good friends that were customers, and we wanted them to do good, and we're rolling to races 10, 12 cars deep, and it's
we did really good. It's just
and we loved going to the races. We had fun. It just was a lot to, make sure our cars were doing good, but then also making sure that the customer, our friends, were also doing good.
There becomes that blurred line, like, I'm here for me, but then you have all these customers here also that expect you to help them do good too. And we had good customers. It just wasn't what I wanted to be doing. It became not what I wanted to do. So
when you fall into that deal, it's like, oh, just quickly weld this for me real quick. Quickly do, help me out here. And you obviously want to help them. And they're your friend. You race with them. Yeah. You don't want them to miss the race because you didn't spend 10 minutes helping them, but 10 minutes on everybody's car.
Oh, yeah.
And then it's time for next round car.
Well, then every one of us that worked in the shop had a car. So it was when we left,
we worked on all of our own cars all week.
Yeah.
We worked on all of our own cars one week, then we left to go racing, and nobody was at the shop making any money. So it's it's hard to do stuff like
8
that.
8 to 5, then after 5, hey, pull out a car, pull our rental cars, let's go, get it ready.
I've always thought, and I've told people this too, I thought that was going to be my West Coast choppers, and then I realized it might be the thing that could potentially be holding me back in the long run. And it just gave me this really uneasy feeling because I didn't want to believe it. Yeah. And then everything, all the shit kind of hit the fan, and me and my business partner split up, and it hurt at first, but then I realized this is probably the best. When stuff like this happens, normally it's for the better, and normally I end up feeling it's the best thing that ever happened. It sucks that I moved away from my family after that and all that, but my friends, but now I feel like I'm building something a lot bigger that could be way bigger. I can see where I want myself to go, and I can see it happening. So now I'm okay, well, now I want to enjoy getting there. I used to always just look forward and see where I wanted to go and try to get there, but now I want to enjoy the process of getting there, and
living more in the moment.
Yeah, and that's why I think I can enjoy racing now more. I'm not just I don't just want to say I wish I could win this event. I'm just I just want to go there and enjoy it, and because when I go and have fun, I do way better than if I put I'll put too much pressure on myself.
Really, the races we used to win, we went not expecting to win. It was kind of one of those oh, okay, cool. This worked out.
Show up here in the finals, you're man, I didn't bring enough stuff to be here. I don't have enough gas for this.
Borrow some E85, please.
Guys, thank you for tuning in to the Bogetti Clips YouTube channel. For the full podcast, check us out on Bogetti Studios YouTube and all your audio platforms. Also, hit that subscribe button to not miss out on any of the new Bogetti clips coming up.